Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Relaxing with Radha while we discuss business. Today, I'm going to bring another guest for you guys. Her name is Kizzy, and I'm going to let her introduce herself, and she'll let you know what she's all about. So give me 1 second while I bring her on. Hi, Kizzy.
Hi, good night. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Kizzy?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
So, Kizzy, can you want to give our audience a good introduction about yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to whoever is watching us live. And for those of you who will be watching the replay, hi and nice to meet each and every one of you. As Radha mentioned, my name is Kizzy Jilks. I am a mom of two girls. I was born and raised in St. Vincent, that's in the Caribbean, for those who may not know. And I'm living here in Toronto, Canada now with my family. I am an office receptionist full time, and I am also a digital business owner. And I am so happy to be here with you guys tonight.
Thank you so much, Kizzy, for coming on tonight. It's our pleasure having you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Kizzy, do you want to tell our audience how your journey started as a business owner?
Yes, sure. So in April of 2020, as we all know, the global pandemic hit each and every one of us. And I was placed on temporary work leave from my job as an office receptionist. So I was home. Well, one of my daughters, she's already in elementary school, and the small one, she didn't start elementary school as yet. So, but both of them were home because the small one, she goes to daycare. So they were forced to stay at home, and I was placed on temporary work leave, and my big daughter, she is in French immersion. None of us in my home speak French. So I had to monitor her with her schoolwork for sure. And every day it was the same thing over and over, like monitoring her with her schoolwork. And I said, you know what? I just don't want to sit around just monitoring my daughter. Like after she's finished with her schooling, I need to do something because I'm at home and the months were going by. Because when I was forced laid off, I thought it would have been for like a few weeks, but then I realized the weeks start turning into 1 month and then 2 months. So I saw one of my friend who is my mentor. She kept posting about digital business, digital business. So I was curious about what it was all about. So one day I reached out and I'm like, what is this business you keep advertising, like you keep promoting the business? So she sent me her website and then I registered. She told me I need to attend a 90 minutes workshop and I'll get more information about what the business is all about. And then once I did that and I listened to people's testimony and I saw that it was real people, everything else was history. I knew that I had to get started. So I did everything, and then here I am a year later, still a digital business owner and going strong.
Very nice, very nice. And
Yeah.
are you back at work now, or are you still at home?
No, actually, I started back my work just a month ago. So for the
Oh,
entire,
wow.
when I became a digital business owner last year in 2020, I eventually went back to work. And then in December of 2020, it ended up being my last time because once school reopened in January, the school didn't end up reopening because the cases were still going. So I had no choice than to stay home. And it wasn't until a month ago I went back to being an office receptionist. So I was so grateful because I would have been home for all those time from since April, like without getting an income. So I was so happy that I took that leap of faith and started my journey as a digital business owner.
And Kizzy, how do you manage like work, kids, business? I mean, And there's also the household. I mean, that's a lot of responsibilities that come on your shoulders. How do you manage everything together?
It sure is. It's so overwhelming and it can be at times, but the good thing about this business is that we have automation system put in place, number one. So even if I have my 9 to 5, because I work Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So once I went back to doing my office receptionist job, my kids are in daycare. So in the morning, I'll get up, get them ready for daycare, drop them off, then I'll head to work. And then it's the same thing from Monday to Friday. But like I said, we have automation system in place. So I don't have to be on my laptop or my mobile device 24/7. My business is constantly running in the background regardless. So that's a big help. So during once I'm at work, during my break, if I have any questions or any concerns, or if I want to do anything regarding my business during my break, I'll just take my phone because I have my phone that I walk with. I just turn on the internet and I check on my business during that time. And then once I get home in the evening and I already fix my kids their dinner and get them ready for bed, I just go on my laptop on my cell phone and do whatever I need to do for my business. It's not hard at all. It's really easy if you think about it.
The fact
So,
that phones have become part of our body nowadays is
yes, for
not that
sure.
hard to manage it because we're literally on our phones all the time, right? So
Yes.
running a business from your phone is kind of like just very natural nowadays because we're on it so much, I find. What do you think about that?
I know, like, you know what else? Why not be on your phone and make money than just be on your phone browsing social media all the time? And then we use social media to leverage the internet. So instead of just being on Facebook or YouTube or whatever social media platform, Instagram, instead of just using it just to look up and chat with people, why not use it to make money? That's
For
how I look at
sure.
it. Yeah.
Digital is the future. I mean, you were saying your daughter was home from school and she
Yeah.
was doing her classes online. So already we can see the younger generation is working so much using digital everything
Yeah.
that we already know is kind of hinting towards us that the future is leading towards phones and laptops even more than what they are right now. I mean, right now we were using our phones and our laptops pretty much, or our computers, to do the basic stuff, Word, Excel, this and that, or little meetings. And little meetings here and there started. But once the pandemic hit, I mean, a lot of online meetings were taking place, a lot of
Yeah.
the education was taking on place. We were ordering food online. I mean, we were doing pretty much everything online, and
We pay our bills
I
online,
think it's a
everything
reality hit.
too.
I
Yeah,
think it became a reality hit that, wait a second, everything we're doing is with technology.
that's true.
So why not have a business that runs with technology? Why not have a business that can be done with things that we are using on a daily basis? I mean, I don't know about you. I know like I'm on my phone first thing in the morning, sometimes when I'm eating, sometimes like my lunch break or
Yeah.
whatnot, I mean, I'm religiously on my phone even before I had the business,
Yes,
right?
for
And I
sure. Yeah.
and I'm gonna be honest, I don't find I'm on the phone more because of the business. I'm still on the phone the same amount of time that I was before, but the best
Yeah.
part is I'm benefiting from it now. That's
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
and that's like one of the things that I love about this business that I don't feel like I'm putting that much more into it than I was already doing it, I mean like because I
Right.
was already on social media and I was already on my phone, it's not taking away from my time with my kids or my time with my family or my time away from anything else. It's the same
Exactly.
amount of time just with the benefits.
That's so true. That is so true. And that's what I love about this business too, is that it allows you to spend more time with your family and you can take the business anywhere with you. If you have to go on vacation, you go into the grocery store, you're going out of town for the weekend. It doesn't matter where you are. And the business is global as well, too. So it's a worldwide business. So that's another great thing about having this digital business.
Kizzy, why don't you tell our audience some of the main perks about this business? Besides the fact it's automated, what are other perks about this business?
So I love the fact that we have a global community and we have a mixture of like different cultures, race, backgrounds, and you get to meet so many people, especially during the pandemic. We were under so much lockdown and restrictions. It's like you couldn't go outside certain time, you couldn't socialize, and having this business, you met so many people because of this business, and at least I was getting to talk to them on a daily basis. And so, like most of them, I feel as if I met them already in person because of the relationship that I built from these people. And the help, it's great because we're provided with a mentor and a coach. So even if you don't have any, you're not tech savvy, and you can't say like I have no previous experience, because the truth is I had no experience. I didn't know what being a digital entrepreneur or having a digital business is all about. But because of the support system that we get on a daily basis, we have our workshop. We have our workshop that explain this is the first step that we all had to take in order to start this business. And I love the workshop. You see real people giving real testimonies and stories about what the business has done for them. We have our weekly masterminds where the people who are very successful, they come on these meetings and they tell us exactly, they give us the blueprint on what they did in order to be making this large amount of income. So it's like we have these things handed to us on a silver platter. And those are some of the things that I love about having this digital business.
Yes, we do have an amazing community, and I believe we're at close to 95,000
Yeah, I think we just
members.
passed it. Yeah, I think we're
Just passed it.
actually, yeah, we just actually passed 95,000.
Yes, and I mean that's an amazing amount number. I think it's one of the biggest
Online
membership,
community.
yes,
Yeah.
online community that we have that I've ever heard of.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
true.
fact that, like you said, different backgrounds, different cultures. I mean, it's amazing how everyone works together so well, regardless
Yeah.
of education or background or, culture, uh,
Yeah.
even languages. I mean, I think there's many people that I know who are not very strong in English.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
true.
are running this business like, wow,
Yeah,
amazingly
I
well.
know.
And you
Yeah.
think that, your language might be a barrier because, oh, wait, I don't speak English very well. It's not my first language. But this business doesn't, I mean, it requires you to have the basic to understand so you could do your training. But to run
Yes.
your business, you could actually run it in whichever language you want
Language.
and
Exactly.
still succeed in it. I mean, there's no barriers I find in this business. You can't say I can't do it for any particular reason because
Yeah.
language cannot be an issue. If you don't know how to work on computer, no worries because everything is so like organized in a way that you can't like the steps are there. It's a proven system, like you can't miss out on it. You can't say,
And the
oh no,
training, it's video based training too, right? So it's not like you just hearing stuff, you actually seeing what to do in order to do your training.
and you can always go back to it. It's there
Yeah,
for life. So it's not like, okay, I went through it once, I've lost it. No, you could go back as
yeah,
many times as you want and you can review it over and over again if you feel like it. It's there for life and it's updated. The
yes,
fact that it's updated regularly, we're not going out trying to find out, oh, how am I going to do the next step or how I'm going to, well, this has changed. What do I do now? Everything is provided. We just got to look and just keep following. And that's like another amazing part about this business I find is that we don't need to go start searching how to figure things out when something changes technically. It's all
yeah.
provided for us that we can just with a click away, we're a click away from knowing exactly what's happening. And the
True.
fact that, like you said, the mentor, like you saw a friend who's now your obviously your mentor. I mean, you got lucky, it was a friend, but not in all cases it's a friend, but the mentor is still there. The
That's
mentor,
true.
the coach are there for the support. There to help. They're for any question that you might have, because we don't leave you alone. We don't just say, okay, you're in the business, deal with it. You have support from all different angles.
That's
I
true.
mean, what kind of business would give you that kind of support? Right? I mean,
I know.
imagine going out and buying something and they go, okay, here's your training, and now you're on your own.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. It's ongoing, and we have different groups. So, like, I'm from the Caribbean. Even if we're a part of this big community, we still have small individual groups. So, I'm in the Caribbean. Like, there's a group for people from the Caribbean. I'm sure you probably in your own different groups as well, other
Yes,
than the large community that we're all a part of. And
that's
I just want to say, guys, even if I saw this business through a mutual friend, like Rad has said, you don't have to see it because people constantly put out ads on social media. So you might see an ad where someone is talking about join, become a digital business owner. And even if you don't know that person, they're still part of our amazing community. So check it out, guys. I know the internet can be very scary at times because, lots of stuff do happen on the internet, and it's okay to be skeptical because it's the internet. You can't just trust everything. But if you see an ad, whether it's on YouTube, on Google, on Facebook, Instagram, talking about starting a digital business or whatever related around that topic, they're all a part of our amazing community. So even if you don't know that person, you just register on their website, you come in, you listen to the workshop, you see if this business for you. I mean, everything is not for everyone, but at least see for yourself, guys. I didn't know it was for me until I attended that workshop. It's the same with Radha. She didn't know this business was for her until she attended that workshop. So that's the first thing you need to do, guys. Register, and it's just your name and email. That's it. We're not asking for anything else. Just your name and email. You get a copy of the link, watch the 90 minutes workshop, and then you make up your mind if you want to go further and join our amazing community. And then you start your journey as a digital business owner.
And the best thing is that if you've hit our ad and you have questions, feel free to ask us, because
Yes,
it'll be our pleasure to answer them. I mean, that's what we're there for. We're real
absolutely.
people, so we could give you real answers. We're not hiding behind a screen. We're coming live to you. I mean, this is me really here.
Yes,
This is Kizzy really here sitting, talking to you guys all out there,
that's
letting you
true.
know that we're real people. So if you guys watch that webinar and you still have questions, or you still have something that's, tingling in your brain saying, wait a second, feel free. Come and contact us, and we will be happy to answer those questions. And we'll happily show you what the next steps are, what you have to do, and
Yes,
how you can start your own digital business. Or if anything else in between you're confused about, we can clarify things. That's what we want to do. That this is what we want, to be able to help people. And
that's true.
the only way we can help is if you guys come out and ask us those questions. We can
Exactly.
we don't go out looking for people. It's people who really want to start something, people who really need either a side hustle maybe, or a plan B, or
Yeah,
even people like moms who are sitting at home can easily do this. It doesn't take that much time. I mean,
exactly.
an hour or two a day, most of us can manage. We have so many mothers, who are home, and they're taking care of their children, and they can easily run this business.
Yeah.
Babies napping, or before bedtime, or before they get up, or in between meals.
Yeah,
It's easy to manage, and it's absolutely amazing how well it, like, because it's so proven. We know it's gonna work. you
that's
know.
true. It is. And I just want to say that's our website on the bottom of the screen. So if you want to check out our workshop, we have one happening right now. But even if you're not seeing us there, that's because we are already business owners, so we don't have to attend. The workshop is mainly for people who want to learn about what the business is about. So you just register on my website. That's at the bottom of the screen. There's Radha website as well. You just go on the internet. You'll find it. You type it in. You put in your name and email, and there you go. You get the link to watch the workshop.
And
It's
the other
easy
thing
as
is
that.
that if you guys cannot make the live, we do have a replay. So if you guys miss
Yes.
it today, don't worry about it. We do have another live coming on Thursday. But if
Yeah.
you can't make it on Thursday and you want to watch it on a Wednesday, well, we have the replay. So you can always
Yes.
watch it at your own convenience. It doesn't have to be our fixed time. We have that flexibility where you guys can watch it on your own convenient time that's best for you. Maybe you're home during the day and you want to watch it then, or you're home late at night and you want to watch it then. Well, it's still available. So
That's
we have our replay. Whatever happens on Tuesdays, replayed on Wednesday. Whatever happens on Thursdays, replayed on Friday. So you guys pretty much get the most updated information as we go along, right?
yes. Definitely.
Kizzy, I have a question. Like a
Oh.
lot of other businesses, like sometimes you can, sometimes you can't pass it on. Can this digital business be passed on to our children or whomever we want to leave it to?
Yes, and that's why I started this business, because I realized that it can be something, because I'm building a legacy for my kids actually. This is something that's gonna create generational wealth for me and my kids and my kids' kids, and then it going on and on and on. So this is a business that you can pass down. So if something was to ever happen to you, don't feel as if it's the end of it. It can always be passed on to your children or whoever you want to pass it on to. So
So
yes,
the
it
business
definitely
is not
can.
just if I'm here or Kizzy is here, the business exists. Even later on, as generations change, our
Yeah,
businesses will be passed on to the next generations, and they will continue that legacy, and they could keep passing it down, their generations down and everything. So that's amazing because we've started something
for
that's here
them.
for the long run. I mean, really long
Exactly.
run. It's not like, I'm gone tomorrow and then the business is gone. No, no, no. The business will continue regardless because
Yes.
we can pass it on. And I think that's an amazing thing. I mean, you wouldn't think with something, like a lot of people open little businesses online and they're like, okay, well, as long as I'm running, it's good.
I
But
know.
they're not able to pass it on to the next generation. It just stops with them. But our business has that special thing that like everything we're doing today is kind of already making the foundation for the next generation. And
Yes, definitely.
do you have anything to say about that, Kizzy? I mean, do you think a lot of businesses have that option to pass it on to their children and keep passing it on to whomever they want later on? I mean, most
Well, I
businesses.
mean, I don't know about other business, but I know for this one for sure. And it's not like if we're working for anyone, we're our own bosses. Because I mean, if you're working for someone, by the time you retire, that's it. That it has nothing to do with you. But this business, it's your own. You're your boss. And like you said, everything that needed to be said, we're passing it down from generation to generation. So in that sense, we're creating generational wealth. So the business doesn't stop at me and you. It's there to come for years to come because we're in this for the long haul.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Kizzy, can you tell our audience the one thing that made you think this was the right business for you?
Well, I know that I always wanted to have my own business. I just didn't know this was going to be the business until I attended the workshop. And once I attended the workshop and I listened to those people with their testimonies, it ticked all the right buttons for me. I realized that I'll be my own boss. I can take my business anywhere with me. I walk anytime, anywhere. I make my own schedule. I can pass it on to my children. I can get my dream house, my dream vehicle, become debt free. Like, I can't even think of one thing. Like, there are so many things that I can say about this. That's why I'm not even saying one thing only. I'm saying a lot of stuff because this really is a great business, and then it's global. And I don't want to work. I always say that I'm not going to work until my golden years. No, I want to retire at a very young age. I have my kids. I want to be able to wake up on my time. I don't want to keep waking up to someone else's alarm. And when I say someone else's alarm, when the alarm goes off in the morning, it's because you have to get up because you have to be at your job for a certain time. I don't want no one to control me and tell me what I can and can't do, how much vacation I can get. Like, I don't want all of that. So I knew that this business was the right business for me, and man, I'm so grateful that I came across this. I'm grateful that I was introduced to it, that I saw it, I saw the potential in it, and I get to help mentor people from all walks of life. I have mentees that I didn't know in the past, and like it's people that I don't even know, and now I get to help them build their own business from the ground up, like myself. And I love meeting new people. I love helping people that's serious and are ready for a change and eager for a change as well. So those, like, I'm sorry, I just couldn't name one reason. I had to say this.
Well, because yeah, I totally agree with you. The one thing that I'll say that I love about this business is that I can live life the way I want to without
Yes.
any restrictions and still
Mm-hmm.
be able to provide for my family without like sacrificing anything. And
Yes.
that's what I love about this business is that it gives me that freedom to do everything I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
it's
know.
it's like
It's the
it's a it's
freedom.
an
It's
it's a beautiful
freedom,
package, you know? It's a beautiful package.
Yeah,
It's an all in one.
it is. It is. It really
You know,
is.
normally you get like a 2-in-1, a 3-in-1, a 4-in-1 kind of package. This is like an
Yeah.
all-in-one
All
package,
in one. Yeah. It doesn't get better than this, right?
right?
Yeah.
So, Kizzy, before we just head on off, is there anything that you would like to say to the audience before we leave?
Well, I just want to say, well, first, I want to say thank you for having me here. For everyone who was watching and will watch the replay, I'm so grateful to be here. I hope that my story will encourage you to get on board. I know some people are still fence sitters, and I just want to say, don't keep sitting around. You need to build that life for yourself. Give your family the type of life and future you guys deserve. Reach out to me at any time. KSG Marketing Limited, that's my Facebook page. You reach out to Radha. We are real people. We shared our stories with you guys, and my only hope tonight was to inspire and to encourage anyone out there, especially moms. I love encouraging parents because I'm a parent myself. I have two young kids still. And I know the feeling when I was home with my children and I was waking up to them and I was doing my business from home. It felt so good. It was so liberating that I can be around my kids and run my business. And I really can't wait to run this full time and not go back to work. There are certain things that I need to accomplish first. And once I do that, my digital business is going to be full time. It's not going to be part time anymore. I want the freedom, and I know there are certain things that I want to accomplish with this business. And I know it is very possible. It is very possible, guys. Don't wait around for too long. Don't be waking up every day building someone's business. The same amount of time and energy you put in to building someone else's business, you can do that for yourself as well, guys. We're living in a time where jobs are no longer secure. I've been an office receptionist for the past 5 years, and you see, as soon as the pandemic started, I was instantly placed on work leave. So nothing is secure anymore. So why not have something for yourself? have something that you can pass on to your children if you have kids or whoever you want to pass it down. Get that extra source of income. Money is not like with so many bills. Like I'm living here in Canada and coming here, I thought life was gonna be handed to me on a silver platter, but that's not the case. I had to work to get that money, and sometimes you get your paycheck and you look at it and you're like, "This is the money that I'm making." Because when you don't pay out all your bills, it's like you have next to nothing left. And this business, we make high commissions, guys. I'm telling you, it's an incredible business. You don't want to miss out. All you need to do is just enter your name and email, get the information. Message us if you have any questions. We'll always be there to help you. It's a global business. It doesn't matter where in the world you're living. Anyone can start this business. If I can start it with no previous experience, anyone else can do it as well. So that's how I'm gonna wrap up tonight.
Well, thank you, Kizzy, once again for coming onto my page and sharing your story and your knowledge about the business. It was a pleasure having you. And I would also like to thank all our viewers today that came live to watch us and get some of their questions answered as we did our interview today. And for everyone who is watching, as Kizzy said, we're a click away. You could just go onto our websites. They're at the bottom of our page. Uh, Click in and enter your name and email address. Watch the 90-minute webinar. It is absolutely complimentary. There is no cost to it. So go ahead, watch it. It could bring a change. It could bring something that you've been waiting for and now realize it's right at the bottom of your nose. So
Yes.
go ahead and check it out. There's no harm. We all did this. This is where all of us started, and we are so happy that we did start this. We feel so ever grateful and blessed to have this chance to work in a community that is supportive, is understanding, is encouraging, that we are at this point that we're coming live to you guys almost once a week, trying to tell you guys that this is it. This is the future. This is where the world is going digital. So it is time. It is time to get at least the information. If you guys are not
Yes.
ready, just get the information and take your time to make that decision. It's your decision. You can make it just the way you want to make it, but at least get the information first.
Yes, absolutely.
So to everyone, till next time, I want to wish everyone a great evening in my case, or a good afternoon or a good morning, and that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Kizzy, once again, thank you so much. Till next time, everyone, take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.